I step into the building before sunrise, because arriving early keeps questions away. The lobby smells like polish and money. Glass walls rise like frozen water. My shoes echo too loudly. I hold my resume folder like a shield while my hands shake. Name? The guard says. I say my name. The sound feels small. Department. Executive office. Scan. Pause. Elevator on the right. I thank the guard and move fast. Inside the elevator, my reflection stares back. Hair neat. Clothes plain. Eyes tired. I whisper, just survived today. The doors close like a warning. The executive floor feels colder. Desks sit in perfect lines. Screens glow with numbers beyond me. People move without eye contact. A woman with sharp glasses points at a chair. New secretary, the woman says. Sit. Do not touch anything yet. I understand. Hours pass with no room for error. Phones ring. I answer. Voices demand. I type notes. I fetch coffee that costs more than my groceries. Every laugh sounds sharp. Every smile feels practiced. I keep my head down and my past locked tight in my chest. Near noon, a man in a dark suit stops at my desk. You sing? The man asks. My breath catches. No. The man tilts ahead. There was humming earlier. I did not mean to. A long look. Careful. This place records everything. I nod. Fear settles deeper. The man walks away. My throat tightens. My voice has always betrayed me. My voice carries what I try to bury. The afternoon drags. My stomach growls. A desk phone lights up. Files for tonight, the woman with sharp glasses says. Finish before leaving. I will. Evening empties the office. Lights dim but stay on. I remain alone at a long desk. Fingers ache. The city glows beyond the glass. Invisible feels safer. The song slips out. A breath first. A sound my mother used to hum when nights felt endless. I do not plan it. Pain finds a crack and escapes. Soft. Full. Honest. I freeze. The office feels awake. I stop and press my lips together. Keep going. The voice comes from behind. I turn. A tall man stands near the window. A loose tie. Tired eyes. Power sits easy on that frame. I am sorry, I say. I did not know anyone was here. I am, the man says. That is why I asked. I should not sing at work. Why? I need this job. Silence stretches. City light frames that face like a crown. What was that song? I do not know. It lives with me. Pause. That voice carries weight. My skin prickles. I was finishing files. I see that. You can leave. I was told to stay. By who? The senior assistant. A nod. You can go. I hesitate. I do not want trouble. You will not get trouble tonight. I gather my bag. My hands shake. What is your name? The man asks. I say it. The name gets repeated softly like a test. A small smile appears. Rare. Sure. Dangerous. Do not lose that voice, the man says. This place needs it. The words land heavy. I nod and step into the elevator. My heart pounds all the way down. Outside, night air fills my lungs. Hope stirs, thin and risky. I warn myself not to trust it. I remind myself this is just work. At home, I sit on my bed with shoes still on. My phone vibrates. Unknown number, tomorrow. Come early. No name. No explanation. I stare at the screen. The song hums in my chest again, louder than fear. Something has shifted. I feel it. I just do not know the price yet. Morning returns too fast. I arrive earlier than before. Coffee burns my tongue. The lobby guard nods without warmth. Human resources waits behind frosted glass. Sit, a voice says. I sit. Contract review, the voice continues. Standard terms. I read. My name appears small. My role sounds replaceable. Any questions? The voice asks. Yes, I say. About creative rights. Pause. Secretaries do not have creative rights. I understand, I say even when I do not. Paper slides across the table. Sign. I sign because rent waits for no one. Back upstairs, the woman with sharp glasses blocks my path. You stayed late, the woman says. I followed instructions. A thin smile. Good. Loyalty matters. I will remember. Do not sing again. My chest tightens. I will be quiet. Phones ring. Meetings stack. A ring sits on the woman's finger. Gold. Heavy. It taps the desk like a warning. Near midday, A folded note appears beside my keyboard. Conference room. 1 minute. No name. I stand. My legs feel weak. The room smells like leather and polish. You came, the tall man says. I was asked. Sit. I sit. That song, the man says. Where did it come from? From Los. Los sells. I did not offer it for sale. A pause stretches tight. This company values talent. I value safety. A breath. Those two rarely meet. I say nothing. Go, the man says. Work well today. I leave shaking. By evening the office buzzes with whispers. Eyes follow me. Smiles sharpen. I feel watched. The woman with sharp glasses leans close. Be careful who listens. I am careful. Careful is not enough here. Night falls again. Files pile high. My phone vibrates. Unknown number, stay. I stare at the screen. My chest pounds. The song pushes up, demanding space. I stay. Lights dim. Footsteps approach. The tall man enters with a folder. Sign this, the man says. What is it? Opportunity. I look down. My name shines in ink. Clauses hide like traps. I need time. You have tonight. The pen waits. My voice trembles in my throat. The song begs to break free. I lift my eyes. What happens if I say no? A slow smile answers. That smile tells me everything has already started. I hold the pen without touching paper. My pulse roars. The glass walls reflect my face back at me, smaller than this room, stronger than yesterday. I will read, I say. Read fast, the man says. I will read right. A beat. Air thickens. Tomorrow morning, the man says. Answer then. The folder closes. Footsteps fade. The office swallows sound again. I sit alone. Contract heavy in my hands. Ring taps echo in memory. Warnings circle my mind. I hum once, barely sound, just to prove my voice still belongs to me. The building listens. I walk out with the folder pressed to my chest, knowing the song opened a door that will not close, and knowing I will have to decide what I am willing to lose to keep it. Outside the city hums back. I count breaths. I count steps. I promise myself silence will not save me forever. Tomorrow waits with ink and smiles. I walk into the night carrying a voice that already feels dangerous, and a choice that already feels stolen. The silence breaks and my life tilts toward consequence. Morning finds me earlier than the lights. Coffee burns my tongue. The lobby glass reflects a version of me that looks braver than I feel. I step onto the executive floor and sense the shift before words appear. Good morning, a voice says. I look up. Smiles wait. Real smiles. That never happened before. Morning, I say. Coffee? A desk offers. I already have some. Take another. I hesitate. Thank you. A cup slides across polished wood. Warmth spreads through my hands. Eyes linger longer than comfort allows. Praise follows me down the aisle. Fast learner. Clean notes. Nice voice. The last words land soft and sharp. My chest tightens. A meeting door opens. The CEO stands there. A smile appears again, brief and private. The smile changes air pressure. Chairs straighten. Voices lower. Come in, the CEO says. I step inside with my notebook. The table shines. A ring taps against wood. Gold. Heavy. I recognize the sound. Read back the minutes, the CEO says. I read. My voice stays steady. Silence listens. The smile returns at the end. Good, the CEO says. Very good. Praise rushes like safety. I let it. That becomes my first mistake. After the meeting, a folder appears on my desk. Special tasks, the sharp glasses assistant says. Direct line. I nod. I understand. You do now. The day moves faster. Doors open easier. Names get remembered. I receive a better chair. Someone adjusts the lamp for me. You deserve support, a voice says. I appreciate it. Talent should breathe. I smile. I believe it. At lunch, a woman stops beside my desk. Calm eyes. Soft voice. I am Lila, the woman says. Senior manager. I am glad to meet you. Walk with me. I follow to the window hall. City hums below. Attention can feel like safety, Lila says. I am just doing my job. Talent attracts heat. I can handle it. Pause. Promises sound different from power. I am careful. Lila studies me. Careful sounds like hope. I need hope. Hope should not sign papers. My stomach tightens. What papers? None yet, Lila says. That is the point. I appreciate concern. Concern does not protect pride. I will remember. Do more than remember. Lila leaves me with quiet air. I return to my desk. The folder waits. A contract edge peeks out like a blade. My phone buzzes. Unknown number. Office. Now. I stand. Hallways feel warmer. The CEO office door opens before I knock. Sit, the CEO says. I sit. Progress looks good, the CEO says. People notice. I work hard. That voice helps. I keep it private. You should not. I swallow. Work comes first. Work includes image. I am a secretary. A secretary with value. The words glow. I let them. Sign this, the CEO says, sliding paper. What is it? Recognition. I read lines. Language smiles while hiding teeth. I would like time. Trust speeds growth. I trust work. Trust me. The smile appears again. Rare. Powerful. I will review tonight, I say. Good, the CEO says. I like confidence. I leave holding paper like a promise. My desk feels different now. Eyes follow. Whispers soften. Lucky, someone says. Chosen, another says. I sit taller. Later a gift waits. A slim pen. Silver. My initials carved. For notes, a card reads. No name. I grip the pen. Weight feels important. Lila passes again. Eyes flick to the pen. Nice, Lila says. It was kind. Kind can cost. I earned it. Did you? The question needles me. I did. Lila nods once. Watch the ring. The ring? Gold taps worn. I laugh softly. I hear pens now. Pens sign. Lila walks away. I stay. I type faster. Praise fuels speed. By evening, tasks multiply. Access expands. A private calendar opens on my screen. Add travel, a message says. I do not manage travel, I reply. Now you do. I add it. A photo slips from the folder. A child photo. Smiling. The CEO as a boy. Back labeled with a date. Keep that, a message says. Why? Reminder. I slip the photo into my notebook. Symbolic weight presses my chest. Night returns. The office empties slower for me. The CEO stops at my desk. Still here. I wanted to finish. Dedication looks good. Thank you. Dinner? I freeze. Work dinner? Conversation. I should go home. 5 minutes. I glance at the contract. At the pen. At the photo. 5, I say. We sit in the meeting room. Lights dim. City glows. You trust me, the CEO says. I trust the role. Roles change. I value boundaries. Boundaries move with trust. My heart thuds. I need clarity. Clarity comes after commitment. Silence stretches. The ring taps once. The sound echoes. I will think, I say. Think fast. I choose care. Care chooses winners. The words slice. I stand. I will email tomorrow. Do not wait too long. I leave with heat in my face. The pen feels heavier. The photo warms in my pocket. At home, I place the contract on the table. I read again. Ownership tilts away from me. Rights blur. My phone buzzes. Unknown number. I smiled because I saw potential. I stare. My chest tightens. Another message. Do not disappoint me. I sit on the floor. Safety drains. Tension feels sharp now. Morning arrives with a knot. I wear neutral colors. I leave the pen behind. I carry the contract. At the office, smiles return. Louder now. Good morning. Big day. Excited? I nod. I lie. Lila waits by the elevator. Did you sign? No. Good. I trust talent. Talent bleeds without armor. I will be fine. Lila sighs. Trust should be mutual. It is. The elevator opens. The CEO stands inside. The smile appears again. Wider. Ready? The CEO asks. I step in. Doors close. Silence tightens. Yes, I say, choosing trust over caution. The elevator rises. My stomach drops. I grip the contract. The pen waits somewhere I cannot reach. The ring taps inside my head. The doors open to the executive floor. I step forward, believing the smile protects me, and not knowing the cost has already started counting. I hear my song before I see the screen. Turn it up, a voice laughs. Music fills the lobby speakers. My melody. My pain. Polished and loud. I freeze. Nice campaign, another voice says. Brilliant hook, someone answers. I whisper, that is mine. No one hears. A screen flashes words. A brand slogan. A logo. No name. Not my name. My chest caves in. I walk closer. Who approved this? I ask. A smile answers. Leadership. I rush upstairs. This song, I say. What about it? A voice replies. It is mine. Company property, another voice says. I never agreed. You signed? The voice answers. I signed for admin work. A laugh cuts me. Read page 7. I was never told. You were given time. No credit appears. Credit distracts. My name disappeared. Names are flexible. I grip the contract. Ink feels cold. This is theft. This is business. I enter the boardroom shaking. I need to speak, I say. Sit, a voice orders. I refuse. Silence spreads. The campaign launched, a voice says. Without consent, I answer. Consent existed. Show it. A paper slides forward. That clause, a voice says. Buried language, I reply. Standard. It steals. It protects. Who approved this? Chairs shift. Eyes turn. The CEO sits there. Silent. The ring taps once. No words arrive. I trusted, I say. Trust speeds progress, a voice replies. I trusted people. People disappoint. I asked for clarity. Clarity costs. My voice was private. Privacy limits growth. I asked for time. You delayed. I asked for safety. Safety is earned. I look at the CEO. Nothing. I deserve credit. Silence answers. I deserve choice. The ring taps again. My stomach drops. The silence screams louder than denial. I push the contract forward. I will not sign. Then leave, a voice says. I will expose this. You signed already. I signed nothing final. Legal disagrees. I want mediation. Denied. I want my song removed. Impossible. My name. Unnecessary. My voice. Owned. I laugh once. It breaks. This ends today. Yes, a voice says. It does. Security waits at the door. Escort, a voice says. I am still staff, I argue. Not anymore. On what grounds? Refusal to cooperate. I asked questions. Disruptive. Hands guide me gently. Too gently. My desk passes. My chair waits. The silver pen sits where I left it. The child photo peeks from my notebook. May I take my things? Personal items only. That song was personal. Not anymore. The ring taps behind me. No goodbye follows. Elevator doors close. My reflection shakes. Music plays faint below. My music. I press the lobby button. Security stands beside me. Head down, a voice murmurs. I did nothing wrong. Do not make this harder. I want my name back. Move, the voice says. The doors open. I stare. Whispers ripple. That is her, a voice says. Troublemaker, another answers. I walk anyway. My shoes echo shame. Outside air feels heavy. A badge rests in my palm. Turn it in, a voice says. I place it down. Any final words? Yes, I say. This was theft. A shrug answers. The doors shut. Glass reflects my small shape. The song fades inside. Profit rises without me. My phone buzzes. Unknown number, do not contact again. I stare until letters blur. I put the phone away. I walk. Home feels farther. Streets feel louder. My steps feel watched. I open my door and slide down. The contract lands beside me. Ink traps gleam. I read again. My rights vanish line by line. My voice turns into property. I feel small. Replaceable. Used. I tear nothing. I sign nothing. I lose everything anyway. Silence follows me like a shadow. I sit with it. It does not leave. The door closes and the world shrinks. Silence drops heavy. I slide down the wall and sit on cold floor. I did nothing wrong, I say. No one answers. My phone stays dark. No messages. No calls. The song refuses to come out. My throat locks. I press fingers to my neck. Sing, I whisper. Nothing happens. Days blur. Bills stack on the table. Red lines. Late notices. Final warnings. I count coins. I count breaths. I count losses. I sleep too much. I wake crying. I cry until sleep takes me again. Dreams replay glass walls and tapping rings. I wake sweating. Stop, I beg myself. Knocking cuts the quiet. I freeze. Knocking returns. Soft. Patient. I know you are there, a voice says. I brought soup. I open the door a crack. Lila stands there. Steam rises from a container. Her eyes soften. I did not ask you to come, I say. I came anyway, Lila replies. I did not want pity. This is food. I can eat later. You will eat now. I step aside. Lila enters my small room. She sets soup on the table beside unpaid bills. She does not comment. They used it, I say suddenly. They used my voice. I know, Lila says. They erased me. I know. I trusted them. I warned you. Silence stretches. I thought talent mattered, I say. It does, Lila replies. Then why did this happen? Talent without power gets eaten. The words hit harder than betrayal. I stare at the floor. I was scared, I admit. I stayed quiet. Yes, Lila says. I thought silence kept me safe. It kept them safe. I grip my knees. My voice feels stolen. They cannot steal what you own. They own it on paper. Paper burns. I laugh weakly. I lost everything. You lost a job. I lost my name. You hid your name. Anger sparks. I trusted smiles. Smiles hide teeth. I wanted fairness. Fairness is not given. I stand and pace. What should I do? Stop begging. For what? For permission. I shake my head. I cannot fight them. Not loudly, Lila says. Then what? Quietly. I sit again. Soup cools untouched. I am tired, I whisper. Rest is not surrender. I feel small. Small things survive storms. Night falls. Lila stays. She washes dishes. She leaves money on the table. I do not want charity, I say. Then call it strategy. Before leaving, Lila stops. They will forget you, she says. I do not want to be forgotten. Then do not remind them yet. The door closes again. Quiet returns. Different now. Less sharp. I eat the soup. Warmth spreads. My phone lights once. Unknown number. No message. Just a missed call. I place the contract on the floor. I read every line. Traps smile back. I see them now. I saw them before and stayed silent. I chose safety, I say. I was wrong. I pick up the child photo. A boy smiles at the camera. Innocent. Human. I flip it face down. I sit in darkness. Fear whispers. Stay small. A calmer thought answers. Grow quietly. I stop crying. I stop waiting. I stop hoping for fairness. I open my laptop. I search laws. Rights. Ownership. Names. My voice does not sing. It listens. I close my eyes and breathe. I will not disappear, I say. The room does not argue. Outside traffic hums. Inside resolve forms. No applause. No witness. I decide to change. Not loudly. Not today. Quietly. I wake before alarms now. No rush, I tell myself. Silence feels useful. My laptop opens every morning. What do you want today? I ask the screen. Answers come in small lines. Read the contract again, I say. I read. I mark traps. I search words. What does ownership mean? What does transfer mean? What does forever mean? Forms answer without emotion. You signed exposure. You signed silence. You did not sign your soul. That matters. I train my voice without singing. Breathe, I tell myself. Hold. Release. Hope feels loud. Discipline feels quiet. I choose quiet. I record scales at night. No melody. No pain. Just control. My phone rings once. Unknown number. I let it stop. Another day a message arrives. Heard your demo. No name. I reply, who is this? Aaron. Why are you contacting me? Because you did not beg. I stare at the screen. I am not looking for favors. Good, Aaron replies. I do not give them. We meet in a small studio. Old couch. Scratched floor. No glass walls. Sing, Aaron says. I do not sing for free. Aaron smiles. You already did. I learned from that. So did I, Aaron says. Again. I sing once. Control. Cling. No tears. Aaron nods. Your voice listens now, Aaron says. I taught it, I reply. Pain taught it first. No promises, Aaron says. I do not want any. We work. Hours. Days. What is your name? Aaron asks. Not the old one. Choose. I type a word. Short. Untraceable. Hidden, Aaron says. Protected, I reply. Files upload. Accounts open. Rights check twice. Ownership stays with you, Aaron says. Put it in writing, I answer. He does. I watch news while mixing. Campaign pulled, a host says. Brand confusion, another voice adds. I do not smile. A clip plays. A replacement voice sings my melody. Flat. Rush. Feedback negative, a comment reads. Lacks soul. I mute the screen. Aaron watches me. You care? I remember. Weeks pass. Money returns slowly. Clean money. Numbers rising, Aaron says. Stay invisible, I reply. I change routines. I leave no traces. A message pops up. Who is this artist? I do not answer. Another headline flashes. Leadership tension. Creative dispute. Soft karma. Quiet steps. Aaron leans back. You could reveal now. Too loud. They would notice. I want them confused. Aaron nods. Power likes confusion. I train harder. I rest smarter. One night my phone buzzes. Unknown number. Is that you? I stare. I delete. Aaron asks, problem? Ghosts, I reply. Ghosts fear daylight, Aaron says. I am not ready for sun. A clip goes viral. My hidden song. Millions listen. Comments explode. Who hurt this artist? This voice knows loss. I close the app. I breathe. Another article appears. Company delays launch. Investor concerns. I feel nothing. Aaron hands me a drive. Backup, he says. Control, I correct. I hold it tight. At night I hum softly. Not the old song. A new one. My phone lights again. Unknown number. This is a mistake. I reply once. No. This is ownership. Typing stops. I sit in the dark. Strength settles. No applause. No witnesses. I whisper, not yet. The screen glows with my hidden name. The city hums outside. I stay invisible. Patient. And somewhere far away the people who erased me start to feel the absence without knowing why. My phone lights up before dawn. Offer inside, a message reads. No logo. No face. I answer, details. A reply comes fast. License request. Global. I sit up. Send terms. Money moves quietly now. No applause. Just numbers settling where panic used to live. Aaron looks over my shoulder. You are trending again. I know. Bigger this time. I feel it. Emails stack. Invitations arrive without names. Private call. Closed door session. Confidential interest. I say no to most. Silence keeps me safe. One message stands out. Corporate partnership inquiry. I read it twice. Then again. That company? Aaron asks. Yes. The same? Yes. Aaron waits. I breathe. They want the voice, I say. They already had it once, Aaron replies. They want it clean this time, I say. Your call, Aaron says. I type slowly. Under alias only. Terms first. The reply arrives in minutes. Agreed. We meet on a screen. Cameras off. Voices filtered. Thank you for joining, a voice says. I value time, I reply. We admire your work. State the offer. Pause. Campaign revival. No ownership transfer, I say. Licensing only. Revenue share? Majority mine. Silence stretches. Unusual, the voice says. Necessary, I reply. We need brand alignment. You need credibility, I answer. Another pause. Who are you? An asset you failed to protect. Breathing shifts on the other end. We can be flexible. Put it in writing. A document appears. Clean language. No traps. I read aloud. Credit visible. Yes. Usage limited. Yes. Termination clause. Yes. I smile without showing it. Why now? The voice asks. Timing, I say. You seem confident. I learned quietly. The call ends. Aaron exhales. They have no idea. Not yet. Money clears within days. Cling. Respectful. Balance shifted, Aaron says. I feel steady, I reply. Online speculation grows. Who is this artist? Industry plant? No history. I stay silent. Another call comes. Same company. Different tone. We would like to meet, a voice says. In person? Eventually. Not yet. Why? Truth requires timing. Aaron watches me pack a folder. What is inside? Receipts. The child photo rests between papers. The old contract copy stays untouched. At night I stand by the window. City lights blink like signals. I ask myself, forgive or expose? No answer yet. My phone buzzes. Unknown number. Are you open to discussion? I reply, under my conditions. The typing stops. I whisper, soon. Not for revenge. For truth. The lobby looks the same. Blast. Steal. Quiet money. I walk in anyway. Name? The guard asks. I give my alias. The badge prints fast. No questions. The elevator rises. My reflection stands straighter than before. No folder hugs my chest. Contracts sit inside my bag already signed. The doors open. Silence spreads first. Then recognition. Whispers ripple. That voice. Impossible. Is that? I keep walking. A meeting room waits. Long table. Leather chairs. Familiar air. Please sit, a voice says. I will stand, I reply. Chairs scrape. Eyes lift. The CEO enters last. The ring glints. It does not tap. Thank you for coming, the CEO says. I did not come, I say. I was invited. Pause. Yes, the CEO answers. A folder slides toward me. I do not touch it. Your terms were firm, a bored voice says. Clear, I reply. Unusual leverage, another voice adds. Earned, I answer. The CEO watches me now. Really watches. We want alignment, the CEO says. I want accuracy, I reply. A contract appears on the screen. My name does not. My alias does. Read clause 4, I say. A lawyer clears a throat. Revenue share favors you. Read clause 7, I say. Silence stretches. Creative control remains with you, the lawyer admits. And clause 9, I say. The CEO speaks softly. Credit appears publicly. Yes, I say. As it should have. Eyes flicker. Regret moves without words. You are asking us to admit fault, a voice says. I am asking you to correct record, I reply. The CEO exhales. We did nothing illegal. Legality is not truth, I answer. A chair shifts. The ring taps once. Soft. Late. I want to hear it, the CEO says. Hear what? I ask. Why you stayed silent before. I was afraid, I say. I am not now. The room stills. You left abruptly, a bored voice says. I was removed, I reply. That is perspective, the voice says. That is memory, I answer. I open my bag. I place copies on the table. The old contract. The campaign file. Time stamps. This song launched before agreement, I say. A lawyer stiffens. That date. Matches my file, I say. The CEO looks down. Regret finally lands. You could damage us, the CEO says. I could, I reply. I chose not to. Why? A voice asks. Because justice does not need noise, I say. Silence answers. We accept revised terms, the CEO says. Say it clearly, I reply. We accept responsibility, the CEO says. The words feel heavy. Not sweet. Just real. I nod once. Payment schedules? A bored voice asks. Already agreed, I reply. Public acknowledgement? Another asks. Written statement, I say. No apology performance. The CEO nods slowly. I owe you words, the CEO says. You owe truth, I answer. The screen lights. Numbers adjust. Power shifts without sound. I sit now. Only now. Anything else? The CEO asks. Yes, I say. I place the child photo on the table. Face down. You asked me to keep this, I say. I return it. The CEO freezes. I saw humanity once, I continue. I needed it then. Silence tightens. I will not be invisible again, I say. No, the CEO replies. You will not. The meeting ends without applause. As I stand, the CEO speaks again. You have changed. Yes, I reply. So have you. I walk out. Eyes follow. Shock lingers. The elevator closes. My reflection looks calm. Not happy. Clear. Justice tastes quiet. The room is smaller this time. No board. No witnesses. Just a table and 2 chairs. Sit, the CEO says. I will, I reply. I sit because I choose to, not because I am asked. The door closes. Silence settles. Not hostile. Tired. I asked for this meeting, the CEO says. I agreed, I answer. A pause stretches. The ring rests on the table. So, I owe you an apology, the CEO says. I wait. I should have spoken, the CEO continues. I should have stopped it. Yes, I say. The word lands clean. I thought silence protected the company, the CEO says. I see now it protected fear. I breathe slowly. I lost my job, I say. I lost my name. I lost my voice for a long time. The CEO nods. I know. No, I say. You know now. Another pause. I was tired, the CEO says. 20 years of fighting, winning, justifying. Tired people still choose, I reply. Yes, the CEO says quietly. I was replaceable to you, I say. You were wrong. The CEO looks down. I was. I lean back. Power feels steady here. I did not come for comfort, I say. I came for clarity. I will answer, the CEO says. Why did you let it happen? I ask. Because stopping it would cost momentum, the CEO says. And I believed momentum mattered more than one person. One voice, I correct. Yes, the CEO says. One voice. I nod once. That voice built your campaign. I know, the CEO says. You smiled at me, I say. You let me believe I was safe. That was wrong, the CEO says. I did smile. That smile cost me everything, I say. I regret that, the CEO says. Regret hangs in the air. Heavy. Real. I am not here to punish regret, I say. I am here to name damage. Name it, the CEO says. I lost income. I lost time. I lost sleep. I lost trust. The CEO listens. No interruptions. I gain knowledge, I continue. I gain power. You helped with that by accident. A breath leaves the CEO slowly. You are different now, the CEO says. Yes, I reply. I refuse to shrink. I see that, the CEO says. The ring moves. Not tapping. Just turning. I cannot undo what happened, the CEO says. I can admit fault. Admission matters, I say. Change matters more. What do you want? The CEO asks. The question sits between us. Olmi would rush. I do not. I want control, I say. Over my work. Over my name. Over my silence. You have it, the CEO says. I want it written, I reply. It is, the CEO says. I want future protection, I add. You will have it, the CEO says. And I want you to understand something, I continue. The CEO looks up. I am not forgiving you today, I say. I am not closing the door either. The CEO nods. That is fair. I will decide later, I say. Power includes time. Yes, the CEO agrees. I stand. The chair does not scrape. One more thing, the CEO says. I pause. I am sorry, the CEO says again. Not polished. Not loud. Just tired truth. I hold that moment. I do not soften. I do not harden. I hear you, I say. That is all. I turn toward the door. My hand rests on the handle. Will you destroy us? The CEO asks quietly. I look back. No, I say. I will let truth do what it does. The door opens. Light spills in. Power rests with me now. Not as a weapon. As a choice. I walk out, carrying regret behind me and freedom ahead of me, knowing the next move is mine alone. The room hums with voices before I enter. Cameras line the walls. Lights burn white. Names float in the air like currency. 5 minutes, a producer says. I am ready, I reply. I stand behind the curtain and breathe. No shaking. No hiding. My phone vibrates. A message from Aaron. Proud of you. I type. Stay watching. The curtain pulls back. Flashbulbs fire. Sound swells. I walk forward. My name appears on the screen behind me. My real name. Gasps ripple. Whispers spread fast. That is her. The voice. She came forward. I sit. A microphone waits. Thank you for being here, a moderator says. I appreciate truth, I reply. Questions come quickly. Why now? Because silence already took enough. Did the company steal your work? They used it without consent. Did you sign anything? I signed employment, not ownership. A murmur moves the room. A reporter leans in. Why did you stay quiet at first? I was afraid. I pause. Fear feeds systems like that. Another voice cuts in. Are you here to destroy them? No, I answer. I am here to correct record. The moderator nods. The screen lights. Documents appear. Dates. Credits. Names. That campaign, I say pointing. That song was mine. The room stills. A reporter asks, what did it cost you? My job. My income. My sense of safety. And now, my voice. Applause breaks out. Not loud. Steady. The CEO steps into view beside me. Faces tense. We acknowledge error, the CEO says. We corrected ownership. We accept consequences. A reporter fires back. What consequences? Financial penalties, the CEO says. Policy changes. Public credit. The ring glints under light. No tapping. I speak again. This is not about punishment. This is about truth. Support floods the room. She is brave. This matters. This changes things. My phone buzzes endlessly. Messages stack. Strangers thanking me. Artists sharing stories. A young voice asks, what would you tell others? Read everything. Keep copies. Never trade safety for praise. The moderator thanks me. The event closes. As I stand, applause rises fully now. I do not bow. Outside the crowd waits. Cameras push close. How do you feel? Someone asks. Whole, I say. That word travels fast. I walk past microphones. Past hands reaching. Past fear. The city feels lighter. Not kinder. Clear. Later, alone, I watch the coverage replay. My name scrolls clean and bright. No alias. No mask. I hum softly. The song belongs to me again. Tomorrow will bring reactions. Praise. Anger. Debate. Tonight I breathe. Fear no longer leads. I do. And the story has only begun. The offer arrives without drama. No press. No cameras. Creative director, the email says. Full control. Long-term security. I read it twice. Then once more. Aaron sits across from me. That is big, Aaron says. That is safe, I reply. Safe pace, Aaron says. Safe cages, I answer. The phone rings. I answer. We want you inside, a voice says. I am already outside, I reply. This would end the tension, the voice continues. The war already ended, I say. Silence follows. You would lead, the voice says. You would shape everything. I shape myself alone, I reply. Pause. You would never be harmed again, the voice says. I close my eyes. I see unpaid bills. Cold floors. Quiet nights where crying felt loud. I was harmed when I trusted comfort, I say. This is different, the voice insists. Different walls are still walls, I answer. Aaron watches my face. You want it? Aaron asks softly. I want peace, I reply. Peace can live anywhere, Aaron says. Yes, I say. Anywhere but there. The voice returns. We can increase numbers. We can add bonuses. We can add protection. I do not need protection, I say. I need ownership of my mornings. Another pause. This is pride, the voice says. No, I answer. This is memory. I picture the tiny apartment. The soup cooling. The phone not ringing. The silence that almost swallowed me. I choose independence, I say. The line stays quiet. Then, understood. The call ends. Aaron exhales. You just walked away from comfort, Aaron says. I walked toward freedom, I reply. Later, a final meeting happens. Short, formal. Papers slide across the table. Resources. Rights. Clean exits. The CEO speaks once. You could have stayed. I know, I reply. The ring stays still. I wish you well, the CEO says. I wish myself better, I answer. I stand. No shaking. Outside, sunlight hits different. Not brighter. Honest. My phone buzzes. Messages from artists. From strangers. From people who saw themselves in my story. Aaron smiles. What now? Aaron asks. Now I build, I say. That night I unpack nothing from the past. No boxes from that office. No pens. No photos. I sleep deeply. Closure settles in my chest. Quiet. Complete. The war ends not with victory noise, but with a door closing behind me and my future opening without permission. The keys click under my fingers. Not a desk from before. Not a glass tower. Just a new studio. My own. I want honesty here, I say. The team nods. No fear. No hiding. Aaron sets up monitors. Everything ready? He asks. Yes, I reply. For the first time it feels mine. The first track plays. My voice echoes clean. Not stolen. Not borrowed. Every note mine. A young singer leans close. I am afraid, they whisper. I know, I say. I was afraid too. But fear does not get to stay. We record. Hours pass unnoticed. Every voice grows. Every story matters. I glance at a photo on my desk. Not the child photo from before. A group photo. Our team. Smiles unguarded. Why did you start this label? A journalist asks. Because music deserves honesty, I say. Because artists deserve credit. And because I want to build a place without silence. The press leaves. No cameras linger. The work stays sacred. Aaron smiles. You've built more than music, he says. What else? I ask. Confidence, he says. Shared strength. I nod. I look around. Mentors teach. Young voices rise. Broken hope becomes harmony. I meet one singer alone. You inspire me, they say. I hope so, I reply. You survived, they whisper. Yes, I say. And now you will too. Weeks pass. Releases happen. Streams rise. Praise is quiet. Substance louder. I sit at the window. City hums beneath me. Not threatening. Not glassy. Just alive. I pick up my notebook. Pen hovers. New lyrics form. Not apologies. Not pleas. Declarations. I will guide, not fear, I write. I will create, not wait. I will speak, not hide. Aaron looks over my shoulder. Plans for next album? Yes, I say. Full freedom. A text pings. Unknown number. I check. A simple message, proud. I smile faintly. Not to impress. To acknowledge growth. Night falls. Studio glows warm. Music hums softly. Voices rise in chorus. Mine blends in without fear. I close my eyes. Past mistakes float away. Contracts, rings, and silences dissolve in memory. Only lessons remain. I stand. Hands on the console. I own this, I whisper. And I own myself. A singer asks, do you ever regret staying silent? I did, I reply. But silence taught me power. The room feels full. Not crowded. Not tense. Alive with voices unafraid. I hum softly. The melody flows freely. No walls. No ceilings. I look at my team. We nod at each other. Shared strength. Shared purpose. Outside the city sleeps. Inside creation breathes. Hope no longer broken. I smile quietly. Rebirth tastes like freedom. Like music. Like myself. And tonight I rest in the knowledge that my name carries weight. My voice carries power. My past carries lessons, not chains. Tomorrow we will record again. And I will lead, not as a victim, not as a shadow, but fully, entirely, and in my own name. The stage lights hit my eyes. Not blinding. Warm. Welcoming. I clutch the microphone. Feels familiar. Not stolen. Not heavy. Mine. The audience waits. Silent anticipation. Faces blurred yet attentive. I breathe. 1, 2, 3. This song, I say softly, began everything. And now it belongs fully to me. Applause rises, soft at first. Encouraging. Then grows steady. Aaron stands at the side. You ready? He asks. I've waited years, I reply. The first note leaves my lips. Clear. Controlled. Every tremble gone. Memories flash. Glass offices. Late nights alone. Contracts unsigned. Silence that nearly swallowed me. I smile inwardly. No cost this time. The melody flows. No pain forced into it. No fear. Just ownership. A fan whispers, she sounds free. I hum softly. Yes, I think. Yes, I am free. Midway the chorus swells. I feel the energy lift around me. Not mine alone. shared with every listener who ever lost and found themselves. You are incredible, someone shouts. Thank you, I say, voice carrying beyond applause. Not humble. Not arrogant. Just truth. I glance at the child photo on my desk backstage. I brought it here quietly. Face down on a small table. It reminds me why I fought. Why I survived. Why I chose freedom. The song ends. Silence holds for a heartbeat. Then the crowd erupts. Applause. Cheers. Tears. Not for revenge. Not for spite. For authenticity. I bow slightly. Not out of fear. Out of respect. Backstage, Aaron smiles. You did it, he says. I did, I reply. Everything belongs now, he says. Yes, I answer. Even me. The CEO's old ring flashes in a news clip projected backstage. A reminder of the past. I feel no bitterness. Only calm. Acknowledgement. Completion. I step off stage. The hum of the crowd still behind me. I breathe in fully. My chest expands. This is mine, I whisper. Finally. I walk into the quiet dressing room. Curtains drawn. The city lights wink through the window. Peace feels real. I remove my headphones. Let the silence embrace me. Not empty. Full. No contract can claim me now. No fear. No smile borrowed. I sit in the chair. Hands still trembling slightly. Voice steady. Power intact. I think of every night of pain. Every silent fight. Every step in shadow. I smile, not hiding. Not costing anything. Aaron leans against the wall. Your story ends well, he says. Not just ends, I reply. It transforms. I hum the final note alone. It echoes. Softly, clearly, fully mine. The song fades into the night. The applause lingers in memory. And I walk forward, free, alive, and fully in my own name.